Hey, hey, hey. I hope everybody's having an amazing Saturday. What you all doing on this good Saturday? Hope y'all done had a good weekend. Well, we still got tomorrow. It ain't over yet. But hopefully y'all having a good Saturday. So I saw a topic today that I think is a very, very, very good topic to discuss, y'all. Do you think it's okay? Or could you see yourself being married to someone, but you all not living under the same roof all the time? Like, I know, of course, some people are married to truck drivers and people in the military and things like that. So they not in the home with each other all the time. But I'm talking about besides that. Like just literally being married to someone, they have their own house, you have your own house. So like when y'all get tired of being in somebody in each other's space, they can go to their home and you can go to yours. Could you ever find yourself being married to somebody? Hey, no miss no more drama. Could y'all see yourself married to somebody, but you all not living under the same roof together? Or do you think that would mean that like there will be a big problem with that, like issue wise? Could you be married again to somebody and you all not live under the same roof every day, all day? Somebody answer for me. Give me some ideas. Could you? I saw the topic earlier today and I was like, that is you couldn't, no more drama. Why? Why is it? Do you have to be like, would it be a trust factor? Like you would think maybe you couldn't trust them if you all were not under the same roof every day, all day? Or would it just be because, okay, because we married, we should be under the same roof? Like you don't ever, even in y'all own head that's like married, do you ever just feel like, ugh, hey, Commander Nina Ross, hi, beautiful queen. This is my first time here, but I just want to let you know that I love your commentary. God bless you and all your beautiful people in your chat. Oh, the same to you, Commander. And thank you so, so much for that. I could, cause I like. That's right, Nelly, baby. That's it. That's it. That's how it is. Like you don't ever find yourself. See, people won't be honest about that, but you don't ever find yourself, even though you married, and of course, regularly you all live in the same house, but you don't ever just get tired of somebody being even at okay. So let's just say you've been married for years and years, like 20 years or more. You don't never feel like you want your own space, like start getting aggravated, like, oh, here he go again, or oh, here she go again. Like you don't never feel like that. You just feel like you're okay with being around somebody all day, every day. Like people won't be honest about that, but when you've been with somebody for a long time, it's like certain little stuff they start to do can get annoying. It can annoy you. Like even just the little stuff. Like, with men like leaving the toilet seat up. They go in the bathroom and won't let the toilet seat down. Like just little stuff like that. That could be something minor, but because you're always up under each other, just turn into something big. Like, let's got doggone toilet seat down. You too grown. I'm not, you know, it is a possibility that he can't trust himself. Also, if we married, we become one and should be under the same roof. We can have our space, but not live separately. I definitely that is the most common thing, of course. But I'm just talking about y'all. Let's think about like outside the box. So that's common, Miss No More Drama, yeah, for sure. But when you don't ever find yourself like I said, for the ones on here that are married, you don't ever find yourself feeling like, oh, I just need to get away. Like I just want my own space. Like little stuff start to tick you off that never bothered you before. But like later on in the relationship and years down the line, the little stuff start to bother you. The stuff that at one point you thought you was used to just start to get so irritating. Like, okay, if you go in the bathroom, and I seen like even women doing TikToks about this, so I know it's like maybe common. Like, just if you go in the bathroom and you let the toilet seat up to pee, flush the toilet, let the god doggone toilet seat back down. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you let the toilet seat down? Stuff like that gets so irritating. It just be like little stuff. Like when you go in the bathroom to take a bath, most women, of course, we're gonna get our clothes out the bathroom, or we're gonna take off our clothes before we go in there. And so we're not gonna have anything. But men will step out their clothes. Oh, y'all, it'd be just irritating. Like, why I just live one place and you live one place, okay? And we just, stay the night with each other, and we get aggravated, one of us go home or something. See, that's the type of stuff people don't think about, like what forever really mean, like when you being married and like just being with the same person forever for the rest of your life. And you know what? When you get older, you start to be, just because somebody needs space don't mean that they don't love you or that you irritate them. Some people just, sometimes you just get to a place you need your own space. I need to breathe for a second. I see you every day. You know, of course, we all go to work and everything, but then we come back and then you still right here. Like, y'all don't never feel like smothered. But the crazy thing about a lot of women, you feel smothered, but then when he don't or she don't show you the affection that you used to, then you start feeling like, oh, they stepping out or they cheating or, stuff like that. It just be like up in the air. It be like you damned if you do, damned if you don't. You don't know. You start feeling like you don't know what you want. But I just saw that and I was like, that is a good topic. I'm gonna talk to my people on YouTube about that. Like, could you live separately from your spouse? Like, now I'm not saying like when y'all go to sleep at night, y'all not every night y'all go to sleep, they go to their spot, you stay at your spot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like maybe 3 to 4 days a week, y'all, together, and then maybe the other 3, you at your spot, I'm at my spot. Like like they say, like give each other time to miss each other. They say that makes the love grow stronger if you give each other time to miss each other. Like miss the normancy. Sometimes you have to like rattle things up a little bit and kind of interrupt the normancy, the complacentness. But then they also say now that if you allow a person to live too long without you, they get comfortable with it. Like, so what y'all think? Like, do you think if you allow someone to be away from you too long, they start getting comfortable in that space? So then do you think the love starts to fade? Or do you think real love will withstand everything? Real love will withstand all the drama, all the, separation. Real love will sustain. But I with Nelly baby, and I'm married, but I still just like, I sometimes it and I be, you feel selfish, but it done been a long time. So sometimes you just be like, I just want my own space sometimes. Like, where does that come from out of nowhere though, y'all? Like out of nowhere, how do you start feeling like you kind of feel smothered? Do y'all know like what causes that? Or if you feel smothered, what makes you feel smothered? Is it that you don't feel like you have the freedom that you want to have? Or do you feel like you no longer in control of your own life once you get married? Or does it come to a place where you feel like, dang, everything, we understand what one is and unity, we understand all that, but does it get to a place where you just be like, listen, I just feel like sometimes it's hard to be your own person because everything that you do, of course, you try to include your spouse, and because you feel like you're supposed to include your spouse and everything, but then do you think you kind of lose your individuality once you're married? Come on, y'all. Come on now. We conversing. That mean I say something, y'all say something. Come on, y'all. Talk to me. Talk to me. Even y'all that's married. I want all y'all to talk to me, but even the ones that's married. Like, what do y'all think starts to allow the kind of second guessing to start creeping in? I don't think they will fight as hard for the marriage because you already live separate sometimes. It's a good gesture to be separated for a few days, but it may become problematic. You might be right. No more drama. You're right. But do you think if that's just like they say, you give a person enough rope to hang themselves like? So do you think if you gave them that kind of space and they did something to it, or they became comfortable without you, or chose that they could live their life without you, like with you being alive and striving and all that and good health and all that, do you think that would be like a test of, is this person actually the right person for me? Do you think that? Like, I'm gonna give you enough rope to do whatever it is you're gonna do because I need to know exactly who you are? Or do you think those tests should be ran before you marry somebody? Because a lot of people, unfortunately, what I'm starting to see in this day and age, a lot of people are not marrying for love. A lot of people are marrying actually for stability. And some people are just getting married because they feel like we've been together for a long time, so it's just time to be married. Or they feel like we're going to get married for the children, to offer the stability to the children, to be able to say mama and daddy married. And some women, it's just their dream forever, so they're willing to marry even with all the red flags, they're still married just to say that they're married. I'm a wife. I'm a wife. And what y'all think about that? Because I see a lot of that, like even me and my husband, we have not been perfect at all. We started dating when I was 14. So in the midst of the time we have broken up, but on and off, it's almost 29 years for us, but it's on and off, on and off. We get tired of each other. We have went to the place of growing up, and it's because we started off young and we were rushed to be adults because we started having kids. So we were rushed to be adults, and I don't think either one of us really knew what it meant to sacrifice yourself for another person. Neither one of us really understood what being married was, or the sacrifices and compromises that come with being one. One person, two people coming together as one person. Hey, good evening, Shonda Cole. And that's I think that is a problem for a lot of people, even when you start off young, because you go through a lot and then you accept a lot, and of course there's been different things, and then you forgive a lot. But do we really actually forgive, y'all? It's like that saying, you forgive, but you never forget. But do you think not forgetting can still end up, even if it's later on down the line, being the demise of a marriage? Because even though you forgive, sometimes you find yourself like looking at that person, or had too much time to think, and you look at that person and you start revisiting that stuff, which they tell you, of course, marriage counselors and everything like that will tell you not to revisit it, but you're human. You can't forget when somebody hurt you. It's just like the same thing when we talk about childhood traumas and stuff like that. You can learn how to cope with it, but you don't forget when somebody hurt you. You don't forget what they've done to hurt you. You try to love them through it all. But unfortunately, when things are not just splendid, perfect, because you're still the same people, now you just, every time you mess up, you just add an extra indiscretion to an already imperfect situation with two imperfect people. So now you're trying to withstand, and you're trying to cope, because you love this person. This is who you want to be with, but it's so much other stuff in the mix. And again, you forgiven, so you don't say it out loud, because you're taught not to. If you're gonna forgive somebody, that somebody don't bring it up again, don't talk about it again. But you'll find yourself as a human still thinking about it sometimes, because now you feel like, if you're capable of it, what's different today than 6, 7, 10 years ago? What's different? You're still the same person. You may have evolved in certain aspects of your life, but and then you start kind of questioning yourself for forgiving. Like, because of course, most of our parents teach us the value of who we are. You know what I'm saying? So you start feeling like, why did I even forgive for that? I shouldn't have forgave for that. But you forgive. And a lot of women take it, and men, they take it and they forgive. But again, we never forget. So do you carry around this vengeful thing because you think somebody got one up on you? Like, y'all, come on, talk to me. Do you feel like somebody got one up on you? Like, let's just say infidelity. If your man or woman cheat on you and you forgive them, those who have been through it now. Because a lot of people say, oh, I never forgive for that. But then you find yourself really loving another person, and you understand what love really is. And that's accepting people's flaws and all. And that nobody is not perfect, not even you. So the imperfections come in. And then you realize, is it worth the fight? Or can you picture your life with somebody else other than this person that you've poured so much time, energy, and love into? Would you want to live the rest of your life without this person? So see, that's the type of thing, just like with me and my husband, that's the type of thing, because we've been together so long and so young. We feel like nobody can ever be what we've been to one another. Even if we was to separate today, nobody can ever know me as an adolescent like he has. Nobody will never know the 14-year-old me. Nobody will ever know the 16-year-old him like I do. Nobody will know his likes and dislikes like I do. They'll have to put in the work, but I've already put in almost 30 years, again, on and off, because we've broken up in the midst of that. Once he cheat, you will forgive and not forget. And the trust is broken and has to be rebuilt. That's right, Miss No More Drama. But how do you rebuild it? Like I said, for the fact, how do you 100% rebuild trust, though? Because even though, like I said, you may forgive, you never forget. So you still feel like this person is capable. Like if I make one wrong move, or if they feel like they you know, just wake up one day and just feel like if they think they can get away with it, they'll do it. If they think it won't come back to me, they'll do it. So how do you really regain trust once it's broken? I'm starting to really think that trust can't be rebuilt. Not fully. You maybe can reinstate 50% of trust, but 100% again once you've done something intentional, because cheating is intentional. Um, Now it may be things that pushed you to doing it, or things that you was broken within yourself, but it was still intentional. It's hard to rebuild. That's a good question. That's right, Miss No More Drama. Like how? You never get it back 100%. I don't care how much work you put in. I look at my children's father, baby daddy, and be like, how did I love him so much? Like, why? We have 4 children together, 4 kids together, and all adults now. Yeah, that's how it be, Miss Cole. Like you endure. And like I tell people, me, just 100% honest, like I always told y'all from the beginning, I'm perfectly imperfect, okay? And I can't ask y'all to share with me and be honest with me. And I don't see it as like putting my business all over the internet. I'm a real person that's gone through real trauma, real things in life. Me, I was different because I watched my mama get beat. Okay, so when I used to watch my mama allow a man to beat her, mistreat her, cheat on her, I spent my whole life fighting to never be hurt. Okay. So of course, physical abuse I would never accept. Like I said, even when your voice get elevated around me, I'm ready to bust a move. What's up? You ain't gonna catch me off guard. Even though sometimes that was never his intentions, I just automatically thought it because I watched my mama go through it, and I also go through it. I watched her not fight back. So I also watched her get cheated on and continuously forgive, forgive, forgive. Real life issue you speaking on, right, Miss No More Drama. I watched her forgive, forgive, and forgive. So me, I didn't forgive. Well, I forgave, but I did tick for tack. I'm standing in front of you 100%. You hurt me, we both gonna cry in the car. And that's the way I lived my life. You know, you hurt me, we gonna both have a story. So you're gonna be able to tell people she did it back. Okay, you did it first. And unfortunately, that was the truth. That's the honest God truth. But you also have to understand I come from a place where nobody ever told me how important I was. Nobody ever told me the value of me. Nobody ever told me that a woman don't put herself out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a man do something, you never lower your standards to the standing of a man. Because a man, they built different. Men or women are not the same. They built different. But me, I was like, oh well. You hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. But again, that came from childhood trauma. That became from living my whole life fighting not to be hurt, that I never was able to self-identify, find out who I was. I was never able to make my own rules in my own life for me because I was so busy fighting not to be hurt. Whatever she did, I was for sure gonna do the opposite. So she sat back and kept forgiving and not doing her, sitting in that room crying. That wasn't gonna be me. You understand? If we crying, we both finna be crying. I ain't crying alone. We both gonna cry. Says you feel like that's what I am to you, I'm gonna feed you the same thing. And that's how I just always was. He do something I do. He said, stop blaming me for what you did. Whatever. And a lot of people say that, but I did it. Yeah, I did it. I take accountability for doing it, but you did it first. I never did anything that you didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But then as I got older, I had to understand you still wasn't right. You understand? I still was not right for doing it because I should have respected myself enough to know to just leave the first time. You know what I'm saying? Why keep doing that? Why keep playing those games? But y'all also have to understand we were children when we started out and we were forced to be adults because we became parents very quick after. So it wasn't time in between for us to really figure out what life was, what right and wrong was. We was figuring it out, as life was going and making a lot of mistakes in the midst of it. That's why I tell y'all I stand before y'all perfectly imperfect. You know what I'm saying? Because I've actually gone through stuff. I've actually been in situations. And just like people now, they're like, we don't understand how y'all two still together. It ain't for y'all to understand. We fight through whatever it is we fighting through, but we started off so young. Like I said, we finna be almost 30 years in this thing, 29. But like I said, it's been on and off. It's been 4-year breakups. It's been like in between because we both Neither one of us are going to back down, basically. We both the same. We both bullheaded. I ain't backing down. He ain't backing down. It is whatever. But then you teach your children, like I teach my daughters, like, don't forgive. When a man cheat on you the first time, I be like, don't. So when the first time my daughter, somebody got cheated on and she forgave, oh, y'all, I was pissed. Like, why? You watched what me and your dad went through. You see that sometimes some men don't learn the first time. They continue to keep trying because you done forgave them the first time. So they take your kind heart for a weakness. And they feel like, oh, they can keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it because you forgave. Some people will run you, run over you when you forgive. Some men can't see it as I love her. I gotta stop hurting her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop really cheating. Like she forgave me and she could have took my kids and left forever, but she didn't. So I'm just gonna stop. No, some of them will continue to play on your top, play on your intelligence, and take the love and use the love that you have for them against you. Like, oh no, she gonna forgive me. She can't see her life with nobody outside of me. Because even when a man get a broken woman, y'all, when a man get a broken woman, this a lot of men, they'll use your stories and what you've told them you've been through before against you because they think of it in their head. Oh, you forgave him, you'll forgive me. No, because if I'm married, it's on purpose. So if we live in separate, it has to be a separate address. It has to be separate addresses, period. Good evening, Francis Owens. If we married, it's on purpose. Okay, married on purpose. But what I'm saying, Miss Owens, when I'm saying it, I mean like every day, like let's just say y'all 20 years in. And the littlest stuff just started to aggravate you about them. Like stuff that at first you were so in love and over the hill, it didn't bother you. Like him leaving the toilet seat up or him stepping out his clothes, you would just go behind him and pick him up. Or him not, you know, when your car need oil change, him not just being empathetic to your needs, him not being compassionate. Even if you met him and he wasn't never the romantic type that brung you flowers or, took you out to eat. As you get older, our desires change. You see what I'm saying? The desires change. The things you want from the person that you're going to be with forever, they start to change because you start to mature mentally. So again, stuff start to change. Hey, Angela Brooks. So you start requiring more. But now this man that you've married at such a young age, you changing, but he not changing. He's still set in his ways. He's still a person that he was when you met him. He's never been the type to bring you flowers. He's never been the type to go on dates. He's never been the type to just give you a I love you card just because. You know what I'm saying? But now you older and you require that kind of stuff. So, but he's not the one. That's what I'm saying. Like, so now you starting to feel like, his presence, even though you love him, like the love ain't really changing, but it's just the stability and the emotional stability ain't really there no more. Cause you like this dude, you know, he start to just little stuff that he start to do that he does starts to irritate you. Whereas before, when you was so head over heels and blinded in love and y'all was fresh and, loving everything about each other, jumping each other bones every 2 minutes, all that just started to change now. So now you're no longer blinded by love now. Now you're thinking about real life stuff, the stuff that make you happy, the stuff that now in your 40s and 50s you desire. You feel like, it's what you require. It's what you need. It's no longer an option. I need that to be priority. I need you to, even after 20 and, 25 years together and 18, 15, 10 years, sometimes somebody needs to be refreshed. Like, make sure you still in this thing. Because, sometimes I find myself like, dang, we've been together a long time, And some people be hating to admit that because they think it means that, oh, you selfish. You done married somebody and now it's a human emotion. People, we human. Because because I just feel like sometimes I need a little breather. Don't make me love you in it. I need a breather. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? I need a little breather sometimes. Even, for women that's homebodies and don't hang out with girlfriends and, stuff like that. Sometimes it just it can get shaky, y'all. It can get a little shaky. And people don't like to admit that. Everybody try to act like they got a perfect marriage. Nothing never goes wrong in your marriage. If you got a perfect marriage and nothing never happened, that made you maybe second guess your decision to be married, it's some hidden stuff there. Because again, everybody's imperfect. So you still with an imperfect person and you imperfect too. So you may find yourself sometimes having feelings that you don't want to have, but you're human and you don't know where they're coming from, but it's just that you're human. That's even just like your children. When your children lay up under you all day, some days you wake up and you have a bad doggone day. And even though you're a mother or a father, you still having a bad doggone day. You're a human. You don't want to be bothered. Does that make you a bad mother or father because you don't want to be bothered? No, it makes you human. You're still one person. Within oneself, you still own your emotions. You got the copyright over your own emotions. Like people can't tell you how to feel. It don't make you, no less of a person because you just want a little bit of space. Everybody needs time to breathe, whether it's in a marriage, even parenthood, because you gotta recuperate. You gotta re-energize because people get tapped out. So you gotta re-energize sometime, reevaluate your life. Sometimes get your time where you take yourself out to eat. When I was married, I went to the other bedroom if I didn't want to be bothered. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, another bedroom in your house where it can be quiet. But a lot of times, a lot of men will follow you to that bedroom, won't let you have no space. Or just because you need some space, they want to make it an argument. Or then they want to start accusing you of cheating. Or why you don't want to be around me. Like people just can't understand that I just need a little breather. It don't mean I don't love you. It don't mean I'm thinking about another man. It just means I need some time for me. Let me think. People won't let you step back and just have a breather so you can think. They always automatically go to the fact that you don't love them no more, or you thinking about another man, or you want to cheat. Like, I always think when people think like that, that's how you think. That, the way that you think has no bearing on who I am. Because my emotions and your emotions are different. I just want a break. You want some other stuff. Because a lot of time when men ask for space now, they asking for it for all the wrong reasons, y'all. Now, let's be honest. But when a woman sometimes asks for space, she just really need a breather. Even when she's a mom or in college, or even a full-time employee, she just needs a break because she giving everything to everybody and she just need a break for herself. But it's like when you're a woman, you can't get no breaks. That's just how it feels. It's like we automatically just supposed to run on sometimes 0% energy, run every day for everybody. Make sure our husband's straight. Make sure our kids straight. Make sure everybody get everything they need while we just out of energy. Like we just supposed to move off of some type of superpowers every day, all day. But then when you finally break down and you want to run away from everybody, then you're wrong. Okay, I get it. So if my needs change, I'll need him to get on board or be alone in my own space. If another person comes along that has those qualities, game on. Exactly. They think women are Wonder Women all the time. It's like we wrong when we ask for some space. I've only been in two relationships, the baby daddy, father, and my husband. I'm 50 years old. I've been a widow for 9 years. Oh, my condolences to you, Miss Cole. Now 3 minors with the husband. So you can probably understand what I'm saying, too. Like you just need some time, just a breather. I've been hearing people talk about taking your own self out on dates and stuff. I think that is an awesome idea. But when you've given up so much of your time to everybody, you so used to being there with everybody, sometimes even that makes you scared because you're like, what would I do? Because in reality, you don't know yourself because you've been too busy being everything for everybody else. So you don't even know who you are. So you don't even know if you like your own company. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been living your whole life just operating on fumes for everybody else. You never even kept a little bit of breather for yourself. So now you don't even know if you want to be in your own company because you don't even know who you is. Even when you start off like me as a child, 14, having to be there for everybody. No mama, no daddy. Both of them left, by the time I was 15, both of them was gone. So I just had to be there be everything for everybody. So you don't even know if you want to be in your own company because you don't even know who you is. Really? People don't understand, even though we are all born somebody. That's why I don't like when people tell people they are nobody. Everybody is born somebody. Everybody is born perfectly imperfect in God's image. So you are somebody. Don't never let nobody tell you you ain't nobody. If they think that you ain't nobody, honey, that's a them problem. We all born somebody. But what I'm saying is you really still have to learn yourself, because you have to learn what it is that your likes, your dislikes. You have to learn, what it is that you want to be in life. You have to learn what turns you on, what turns you off. You have to learn what it is that you desire in your heart to make you happy on an everyday basis. But if you're using all your time with everybody else, where is the quiet? And see, that's why this quiet time is so important, because it's during this quiet time that you discover that kind of stuff. But if you never have that quiet time, how are you gonna know who you are? How are you going to know who unconsciously you've turned into? You've never had time to case study yourself. You only been moving and operating off of what everybody else think about you, because they're on the outside looking in, but you've never internalized yourself, because you just ain't no time for it. You can't find the time for it. Because even along with helping everybody else, you still got to get a career. You still have to further your education. You still have to, or try to be an entrepreneur. You still have to do things. So your life is running, sometimes off just smoke. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Most of us we can't even get that 8 hours of sleep so we can think about it in our brains while we sleep. Because you have the sick babies, you have the sick husbands, you have to worry about what's going to happen the next day, how you going to put things in place to get the kids to school, make sure the kids get breakfast, make sure the kids are clothed, make sure, so your life just runs. Life is just moving. Life is just running. And you sitting back and just going with the flow. So like I said, you don't even know who you is. You don't even know if you'll enjoy your own company. And then once you get a piece of quietness, now you've lived so long without it, you don't know what to do. No rest for the weary when you married and have children. Amen. No more drama. That's how it seems. I've been married 27 years. It'll be 28 in July. Yes, you do need a break. And I love my husband. A break is good, and he understands that. And that's awesome, Ms. Brooks, to have somebody that understands that. That is okay, or even encourages that break. I spent a lot of time with myself. Then red flags jumped out at me. Probably not a flag moment, but I don't allow men around mine. Men around, when you say around mine, what are you referring to? Miss Cole. I don't allow men around mine. Yeah, a lot of men selfish though, Miss Brooks. They don't understand that though. When you tell them you want some time, they what you need time for. They think you want to cheat on them. Or they think you know what I'm saying, you want to do something without. It's okay, let me do something without you. Like that, they make fun about women when a man want to go have fun, how women will flip out. But men do the same, some men do the same thing. Because they don't trust themselves. So they think that you're gonna move like they gonna move. But honey, people mature. People mature when they really start to see who they are, and definitely ask God to clear their vision. I know definitely a woman like myself who's asked God to lead me because I did it all wrong. So it came to a point in my life where I had to look myself in the mirror and understand, and tell myself, Mika, stop. Get yourself together. Everything that you're doing in your life is based off what somebody else do to you, or you're totally operating on emotion. You're going to fail every time. You're going to run into this brick wall every time because you're not moving. You're not doing nothing for yourself. You're operating your life solely on what somebody do to you. If somebody hurt you, you feel like you got to hurt them back. If somebody, treat you one way, you feel like you got to treat them worse. Like you spent your whole time operating like this. And where has it gotten you? The hardest thing to do is look yourself in the mirror and know that you failed yourself. A lot of us, instead of looking at yourself in the mirror and knowing that you've completely failed yourself, you rather blame everybody in this world around you, because that's the hardest reality. When you have to critique yourself. When you have to look yourself in that mirror and say, I've completely failed myself. Because at no point in my life did I decide that I was going to put myself first. I allowed myself to move the way the world said that I should move. I allowed myself to let counselors and everybody else tell me, or watching other people's marriage and figuring that's what I wanted in my marriage, instead of just really sitting back and whatever it is that I want is what I want. And I don't have to alter that for nobody. And if a person ain't on board and it ain't what they want, love them enough to let them go ahead and find what they want. And love me enough to let me go and find what I want. But we're not going to hold each other hostage because we got kids or because we've been together so many years that we're comfortable with each other, honey. Sometimes the best things come in the most uncomfortable situations. But we ain't finna hold each other hostage now. That ain't what we doing here. I don't like bringing men around my kids. Oh, okay, Miss Cole. That's a great thing. That's one thing I've never done either. I've never believed in, like, as far as, even like I said, during the times of split ups, there never was no another man laying up in my house. I ain't never, because I was molested as a child, so I don't play those kind of games at all. I don't play those kind of games at all. Ain't no man finna be in no house with my children and I ain't there. We ain't finna do that, sweetheart. We ain't finna. I mean, and that's another thing. That keeps a lot of women complacent too, because they feel like they don't want other people around their children. And even these days, you have to watch women as much as you have to watch men. Y'all hear me now? I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I did something with my phone and messed it up. Yeah, that's a good quality though. That's a good quality. That is a good quality to have because so many women are so comfortable with that. I ain't never gonna be comfortable with that. Nah, that's a no-go. I always tell them, man, a lot of men, where do they get this agenda that they worry about how many kids a woman got? Feel like if a woman get with them, hi, I'm just coming in to answer the title question. No. Hey, RX Nail. She said, I'm just answering the question. No, you got to hear everything else, RX Nail. We gave some scenarios where, that may creep in, so we'll fully understand what we're saying in that situation. It's not like just straight off in the beginning when you get married, you live separate. That ain't what we said. It's just like over time. But yeah, Miss Cole, like you were saying, yeah, I've just never been comfortable with that. But it be the worst thing that one of my main pet peeves is that men think, okay, because a woman got these amount of kids that they looking for a daddy. Excuse me. I always said my children got a daddy. I ain't looking for no daddy. They got a daddy, honey. You can't be their daddy anyway. They got a daddy. I don't need no substitutes. Unfortunately, in some situations, the stepdad is a step up more than the real daddies. My kids will never know that, baby, because I ain't the one to experiment like that. They don't need no stepdad. They got a daddy. You know what I'm saying? If God forbid it don't work even after their daddy, honey, you dealing with me not maturing. My children got a daddy. I'm just not. I'm just not. That's not it. That's not it for me. I like to get where my kid can be verbal and able to protect themselves if it means being able to run. That's right, Miss Cole. I'm a widow past 2 years, but hadn't been with my husband since '85. When we thought we were divorced, he'd remarry and passed away 2 years ago. Oh, my condolences, Miss Owens. I'm the one receiving widow's benefits. True story. Okay, that's how it worked though, because he was still married to you. And see, that's what I'm saying. She moved on in and thought she was about to get the benefits. Poo-poo kitty. I would have loved to see that white face that he married and they know that he was still married. You see what I'm saying? That's what I be saying right there. Ain't no need to move in. I tell him quick, like, child bye. Go ahead. Cause you ain't finna, let me tell you something. My position can never be filled. I always tell people I don't give a doggone if we don't break up. If we don't last, I bet you won't divorce me. Cause he already know ain't nobody gonna care for him like I can, cause ain't nobody can get that's even if he was to marry, God forbid, marry somebody today, right? And let's just say they be together till he 80 or whatever, whatever. It'll never compare to me because you can never see him in his adolescent like me. You would never know him like me. I don't care how many more years you invest. You can never know him from childhood to adulthood like I did. See what I'm saying? So it's always be something that'll connect. Like just our situation, I would never be with nobody, me nor him, that has been with somebody like, as long as me and him been together, starting from a child, I don't want it. It's just too much. Y'all know each other too good, honey. We can finish each other's sentences. I won't want nobody like that. How did he not know you guys wasn't divorced? My condolences. He probably just got them doggone papers. Miss Owens, what happened? He got them papers and thought and ain't signed them or something. Probably ain't signed something or messed something up on that paperwork. So he was did that make him a bigamist? Miss Cole? Did that mess them up like legally? Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. I guess that wouldn't matter, huh? Even if they tried to see him like that, what they was gonna do? Nothing. I spend a lot of time with myself. Them red flags jump. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I read that. Yeah, y'all. It's just be like, I just saw that topic and I was like, oh, me and my people gonna talk about that. Like living separate. I think, it probably would be something that some people need to revisit. That some people may need to visit because some people really don't like each other. They love each other, but they don't like each other. Francis, okay. Yes, it did. He had two wives, but one legally. Exactly. That's why I wondered, like, legally, what would have been able to happen with that? Because ain't it's like once you married to somebody for 10 years, though, whether you divorce or not, is it like that? I've heard people say it. I'm not sure. But I know they said once you be with somebody for 10 years, even if they remarry, you would still get, like, I guess, the widow support or something. If they unfortunately pass or something like that. I don't know. But do y'all know a lot of people these days? I see a lot of girls, like, they'll talk about when they finna get married, all they talk about is the wedding, their wedding. A lot of people won't even do marriage counseling because they feel like it's gonna open up some truths. They won't do none of that because they just looking forward to the wedding where they can put on from the world. And that's how a lot of people live their life. They're so materialistic these days. Right. I had to tell my husband their father is in their life. Hell yeah, he can come see his damn kids before. And that, okay, that's what I'm saying. See, I don't be wanting that complication because for one, I ain't finna explain to nobody. That's why I always tell my husband, you can definitely guarantee, baby, after you, it ain't no more. I know people married 2, 3, 4 times, baby. Not me. I started off too doggone young, baby. If God forbid it don't happen, this don't work out, baby. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. It's gonna be God and my children. I ain't doing it no more, y'all. I'm here to tell y'all. I tell God, I don't want it. I don't want this contract with nobody else never again. Because, and it just ain't being selfish. It's just that, you know, we're evolving in life. I finally realized, like, it's stuff that I need to just be doing. Like, just like the state we live in. I want to move out the state. Because, like, my mom, then we always was travelers. But him, of course, his mom is here, so he don't want to leave. So now I'm stuck here because he don't want to leave. And so, see, stuff like that pisses me off because I'm like, why can't you? But then it pisses me off. But then it just be like, okay, you his wife, you got to chill out, you got to stay. But then I feel trapped. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like I feel trapped because I feel like it's a whole world I want to see. But then I understand the absence of my mama, how I feel. So then I be understanding him. Like, yeah, I know you want to be as close to your mom as possible, and I understand why. So see, there go that compromise thing. But you compromise, but you're really not happy. So that's what I said about that marriage thing. Girl, it comes with so many compromises. Jesus. I be married fourth, and it's not the same. He had cheated, but I should by his cousin. They laid it out there. Okay, Miss Merlinda, can you rewrite that, baby? I'm not sure what you're saying. Are you saying you've been married 4 times and it's not the same? He cheated, but I should buy his cousin. They laid it. Yeah, I need you to retype that, boo, because I don't want to misinterpret. Social Security told me that there were separate. Oh Lord, Miss Owens, you see that Miss Noble Drama? She said they were separation papers. They was not no doggone divorce papers, and could claim his benefits, not the wife he'd married and buried him. Oh wow. Oh wow. Ooh, I know she wanted to. Ooh, I know she wanted to. Ooh, Miss Owens. I know she was something mad at you. So that means she can't get the benefits, only you. Was she still entitled to them too or no? I don't like bringing. Oh yeah, I read that. Why they keep coming up? I think my phone's slow. My laptop moving faster. Bless exactly. No much. A blessing in disguise. Okay. And then people always say, it's a sin to divorce and all that. Child, it's a sin to be unhappy. It's a sin to sit there and let somebody just make your life miserable, honey. It's a sin not to love yourself. It's just a sin. It's a sin, okay? It's just it's a sin and a shame, like the elder people used to say. It's a sin and a shame to sit your behind there and just be unhappy with somebody because you worried about what the world think about you getting divorced. Child, talk to God about it. I'm like Usher. I'm ready to sign them papers. If you start making me unhappy, baby, me and God just have to talk about it. We'll chop it up. But baby, you got to go. If I'm so happy to the point that it's altering the way I feel about myself on an everyday basis, honey, yeah, me and God will just have to talk. But That's gonna have to come to an end. We just can't be doing it. Francis, my husband, was a good husband. He had a little jealousy in him that I didn't like, but he passed away in a car accident. Again, our condolences. We were together when it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This ain't the same one. Hold on. Let me. Hold on now. Miss Owens is the one who the man remarried. Miss Cole. Okay, so Miss Cole, you and your husband was still together. That's what they try to tell us, though, Miss No More Drama, that you married forever. Oh, girl, bye. My happiness forever. My happiness forever, honey. If divorce is what it take to make me happy, honey, it's gonna happen. I don't care what nobody say. I'm just like I ain't care about nothing else. Cause ooh, it's scabbed up. It just got scabs on. It's healing. Yeah, I just can't do it. They try to tell you that divorce is a sin. They love to tell you that. Well, baby, the good thing is we can ask for forgiveness, baby, because that's what I'm gonna need. I'm here to tell you that right now. Because if I'm just too unhappy, honey, I see too many women and men, they stay in marriages and they just be miserable. Y'all, they be smiling when you see them out in public, but then, you know, soon as they walk away, they just unhappy. They just miserable. They can't stand each other. They arguing all day. But they so busy worrying about what the world think about them. They'll stay in that toxic space just to say they got somebody. Oh no, baby. Like I said, when we took our little breaks, I found myself very happy single. I ain't gonna even front with you. Yeah, but because it's just peace. You don't got nobody asking you what you're doing, why you wearing that, where you going, what you eating. You gotta keep tabs in. Child, no. But those again is the compromises that come with marriage. And I love, I love the please never stay in a miserable situation. That's right, no more drama. It's not worth it. 45 years I've been married to this man, but other women try to say, right, word men fall down, but I be working hard and he tried to step out, but I saw it and stopped it. I'm okay. Yes, we're still together. So at this point, I ain't looking for nothing. I'm good. People got to realize marriage, it is a lot of work. Oh, when they say that, it's not lying. That's why I tell people when they say, oh, those vows, for better or worse, baby, that worst part is definitely gonna happen, honey. People don't they be trying to bypass that worst part, baby. That worst gonna happen, honey. You gotta prepare yourself for that worst, honey. But that's really when the marriage is tested, honey. That worst part, honey, that thing there can either make or break you. I said that's why that's in vows, baby. Ooh, Jesus, baby, that worst part. But it's the strength to endure, though. It's just another one of those things. That strength to endure. When you come out, because I always see it like, who else would be wanting to be sitting on that porch with an 80 years old rocking in them doggone on a swing porch? Because when I get older, y'all, I'm getting me a porch with that swing, the little swing on there. Yeah, I gotta have it. So yeah, I just thought about who else would I be wanting to sit beside me other than him? Nobody. Because I can't nobody, we just funny together, but we so imperfect. It's like we are perfectly, definitely imperfect, but we good and bad for each other. Let's just say that, because we both bullheaded. We'll compromise once it's all over, baby. But we both got to show our, we both got to stand up firm. That's why I don't want to marry anymore. I love my peace and don't want nobody. Exactly, no more drama. That's how it be. But do you think it was you when you married? Do you think it's wrong to feel like that though? Or do you think, do you understand that, you're still human? Like, why can't I be grown? I'm grown. I still am grown. Like, I just don't like it. I just don't like the questions. Like, Jesus Christ. I gotta answer everything. I start feeling like the child. Like, I just go where I want to go. Dang. People should have told me about this. I ain't got time, but I'll never say never. You would feel like that, period. Yeah, that's just how it be. But is a compromise. Marriage is a compromise. It's a great thing. But like I said, even now today, people not marrying for love no more. I've seen plenty of them. They be going through the worst stuff. And they're like, oh, we about to get married, huh? Y'all about to get what? Like, what you getting married for? Y'all can't even stand it. Okay, child. The next thing they talk about how pretty they dress gonna be, where they having their wedding at. You finna invest $50,000 in a wedding with no love. But that's what they do today, just to say they're married. They're gonna invest all that money and know they got so many problems. Getting that piece of paper ain't gonna change your problems. And those same problems gonna still be there. That piece of paper don't change nothing. It's just now that you change to a person legally. So now you can't just pack your stuff and walk out. Now you got to worry about dividing stuff up. You got to worry about this and that. Why you did? Why? Why get married in a situation you already wasn't happy in before you got married? And like I say, just everything I speak on is just things that that I've encountered. You find yourself just in that space. That's right. For convenience purposes, also. That's right. For convenience, for stability, and for just because they just feel like it's time, or just to say they're married. But love, y'all, rarely I've seen. That's why I kind of love that social media like TikTok and stuff, because you see people that genuinely seem like they love each other. But of course, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. But I be seeing all these men like on TikTok with these awesome proposals. Girl, I be feeling cheated. I be like, you know what? I shouldn't have never, because they do this extravagant stuff to propose to their mates and stuff. Now I be like, dang, mine was so simple. But then you have to understand too, we see that kind of stuff, but you never know what happened behind closed doors. People are very good at putting, which I hope is what these women get in 24 hours a day, but it just be like, do the perfect man exist though? I hear people say they didn't marry for love but convenience. Yep, I hear people say it all the time. Or they be like, when he go up out of here, I get everything. Like, dang, why are you gonna marry somebody for something like that? Y'all need to be on Lifetime. Like, how you, God is not the author of confusion, baby. He not nowhere in that marriage. Because he know neither one of y'all there for the right reasons. Like, he just know that y'all he just don't even know what to do with y'all, honey. Y'all just done did some stuff just because it was available. But people play with a lot of stuff in life these days. But I thought that was an amazing topic when I saw it, because you had a lot of mixed emotions. But then I was like, what's my intake on that? Would that be okay? And sometimes I really think it would be okay with me at this point. But then sometimes I'd be like, child, bye. He can outlive her, or vice versa. You're right. You're right. I find myself, I was just saying to myself, I was at child by, I'll probably be doing them drive-bys 3 o'clock in the morning. When I say drive-by, I'm talking driving, getting out the car and knocking on the door. Who up in there? You know what I'm saying? At one voice you talk some, you all right, but then child by. Be finding yourself there. Who up in there? You ain't finna go live no separate nothing. But then I be telling my children all the time, I be like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this house, go get me a 2-bedroom apartment for some peace. Girl, ready to get a whole nother house just for some peace that y'all can't even come to. Y'all don't even know where is it. So you can just run and hide. Like, people don't think that you're supposed to get overwhelmed, y'all. That be the stuff that tripped me out. People think that you're supposed to be able to operate all day, every day for everybody else and never get overwhelmed. Like, why don't y'all think that people are human? Yes, it's a choice to have children. Yes, it's a choice to be a wife. It's all a choice, but you never think about the drain, how you can get drained from it. It's all beautiful. Marriage is beautiful. Being a parent is beautiful. But y'all, the reality of it is they both are very, very draining. That's the honest to God truth. I put my husband in front of kids. I told the kids that dad tried to step out, but his shame was shown in front of the family. I never needed that. Hated in my life. I played with my heart. Miss Melinda, it happens. It happens. And unfortunately, what you have to think about is that it happens so often. What I think about, it and a lot of people that thought just like me, like, why get with another man to start all over? So you stay. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, why get with another man? Because you start feeling like all men just like that. So I'm gonna get with another man. It's gonna be good for a little while, and then he gonna turn around and eventually do the same thing to me. You start moving on that type of mentality. But then, then you understand that you can't really classify all men the same, because all men are not the same. But Unfortunately, a lot of women get damaged before they can make it to that man that's not the same. So now they're carrying that old baggage and that old hurt from the man before that really wasn't their soulmate. Because what you got to understand is you got to go through a lot of bad apples sometimes before you get to the man that God has created for you. A lot of us don't wait. We go pick our own man instead of waiting for God to send us a man or a woman. We go by looks. We go by the things that we really shouldn't be focused on. So instead of looking for our Mr. Right, we be looking for our Mr. Right now, just to be with somebody. And then you find yourself in a life full of pain and turmoil that you could have prevented by just sitting back and waiting on God. And just sitting back and letting him send you somebody. But like I said, a lot of us get impatient. The world make you think you gotta have a spouse or you're not fulfilled. You can't be fulfilled without another man or woman. The world tells us this, but it's just not true. You certainly get drained and overwhelmed in a marriage and do need me time. Yes, ma'am. You gotta have that time. You go out, even if just going out to get your nails done, just going out to sit down and have some breakfast, just by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Them kids keep calling, just hit ignore. Because y'all, I swear I can't get in my car and go to the store without my kids calling. Where you at? Man, I just went to the store. And now I love it, y'all. I don't dislike that part. I love it. Because, the reality of it is even though a lot of times mamas don't ask for love, y'all, and even fathers, but deep down we be needing that. We be wanting to know that we want it. We be wanting to know that our spouse want us. We be wanting to know that our children appreciate us or that our children love you. I be so tickled when they call me and they be like, Mom, where you at? I just went to the store. But they so used to me being in the house. Anytime I step out, it's 1,000 phone calls from everywhere. Or they call each other, hey, Mama done left. You know when Mama went, listen, I'm grown. Y'all keeping tabs on me like I'm supposed to be keeping on y'all. Stop. I be feeling like a little child from everywhere. You have to be fulfilled before you can get with someone else. That's backwards. And you're right. You're right. You're right. We be fulfilled, but like I say, a lot of times when you get into marriages and stuff, there's no more drama. You lose yourself. Sometimes you ever seen a woman or a man coming into the relationship with everything already. They already got their career. They already got all the money they want. They already got whatever it is that they want. They've already fulfilled all their dreams in life. And then they meet somebody. Even if it's from the beginning, they was able to put on a good disguise to make them think that they were everything they wanted. So they married them. Can you believe I've been celibate since my husband passed 2013, but I have 7 kids? What is it left that I need to do? 33 years, 33 oldest, 13 youngest. Yeah, Miss Cole. Yeah, I can believe it. I can definitely believe it. I can definitely believe it. I see a lot of women are starting to practice celibacy though. But yeah, like I said, they can be everything that you want, and you can come in with everything already, your own table, your own chairs, your own everything. You know what I'm saying? And then this person changes you because eventually, once you got that marriage certificate or saying that you married, you find yourself investing so much in them that they actually start to alter who you are because your focus is pleasing him. Exactly, exactly. You got it. You focus on pleasing them and start to neglect yourself. Well, all before when you was by yourself, it was all about you. But then, like I say, the world tell you once you get married and have children and everything, that everybody's supposed to come before you. So you start to operate unconsciously like that, and you lose yourself in everybody. Then your kids start getting grown and gone. Your husband starts stepping out, different things like that. Then what you do? You sit back and you say, "What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong?" You didn't do nothing wrong, other than you let yourself down. You stop remembering who you were. You sacrificed yourself for everybody else's happiness. That's what you did wrong. But it's hard to come to that conclusion because you think you're selfish for even thinking of yourself. See, when your whole life is loud, everything around you is loud, everything around you is moving. There's no time for clarity. So when you can't have clarity, hey, Stinger Black Scorpion, when you don't have clarity, you make a lot of mistakes along the way. And when you look back over your life, okay, when you can't have clarity, that's when you understand that you know that you falling short somewhere. And instead of you holding other people accountable for what they've done to you or lack thereof, like what they've given to you, you never prioritize yourself. Everybody else is a priority but you. So you find your whole life turned over upside down. You start revisiting the woman you used to be. You really just start downing yourself. There's nothing about yourself that you like anymore. But instead of you fixing it, you get complacent in that place because the world has told you, or your husband or your children have told you that's the place you're supposed to be in. Because they've told you that's where you're supposed to be. Okay, so now you. Okay, baby. See, she gave me a little bit of time, y'all, but there she go. Okay, baby. Okay. Go. Yeah, come on. Yeah. So now you've been you know that be the thing though. Like I said earlier, it's the thing of realizing that you let your own self down. But instead of you taking time to understand that you let yourself down and not find yourself there again, you rather blame everybody else around you than yourself. You rather blame everybody around but yourself because you can't look yourself in the face and know that a lot of things that you went through in life were totally your fault. Not the action itself, but the way that you felt afterwards because you allowed it. A lot of your heartbreak could have been prevented if you loved yourself more. A lot of your trauma could have been prevented if you fought for yourself more. The effects would have been different. Because when you love yourself more, you stand on that. You make somebody stand on the way they treat you the first time. Once you marry to have children, you no longer control your time. That's right. There's no more drama. You don't have no more control of your time. Your time belongs to everybody in this world but you. But we have to now understand that, well, like I said, you see people leaving here so fast. You see so much stuff going on. We now have to control our time. And in the midst of that time, we got to insert some time for ourselves. No matter who think it's selfish, no matter what they need from you, figure it out yourself. Get somebody else to do it. I can't do it. I can no longer be everything for everybody. I can still do what I can for you, but I can no longer be everything for everybody. I'm going to make sure, of course, you don't need anything before I slide off to get my little piece of peace, but I'm going to slide off and get my little piece of peace. And I'm not going to have to explain it. I'm not going to feel bad for doing it. I deserve it. Because what you have to understand is that if you don't take care of you, nobody else will either. Everybody else just feel like you obligated to take care of them. And that's from your husband, your kids. They feel like you obligated. So they're not gonna make sure you get that you time. Most of them. They so selfish. They just want whatever it is you can get them because they feel like you obligated to give it to them. They feel like you obligated to make their day go good every day. They feel like you obligated to make sure they have everything in this world they want, even their needs, not just their wants, their needs. Honey, I mean, not that, yeah. I'm obligated to make sure you have your needs, not your wants. It's a difference. But they feel like you totally obligated to do everything while they give you nothing but their presence and their love. Which most of us mamas, that's enough for us. But once you start really seeing the things that you desire in your heart, you can't even put your finger on it because you don't even know who you are because you loved everybody more than you loved you. You start really sitting back and self-evaluating like, how much time do I have left? None of us know the day, the hour. Y'all, we got to start back taking control over us. We got to start loving ourselves enough to know that we deserve some me time. It's okay. We got to love ourselves to know we don't have to explain to you why I want a break. I want a break, period. Either you're going to be there when I come back from this break or you're not. Either way, I'm okay. No drama. I'm not practicing it, but just older and wiser. If you take time with yourself, you're not going to accept anything. That's right, Miss Cole. That's what I'm saying. You get a clear vision because now you cleared out all the clutter. So your vision is clear. Your heart is open. It's okay to love you too. In the midst of loving everybody else, y'all, it's okay to take care of you too. It's actually a must that you take care of you too. Because you'll find yourself burnt out and alone. With 1,000 people around you, you will still feel totally alone. We all got to figure out a hobby, like stuff like that we want to do for ourselves that we do without the children, without the husband, just us. We all got to find that. We all deserve that piece. That little piece of, we got to get that for ourselves, y'all. And it's not selfish. It's not selfish to do that. You deserve that. But the world will make you think you're selfish for caring about yourself. But like I told y'all before, them caskets don't got no bunk beds now. Keep living your life for everybody but you. Keep on now. You're going to find yourself to live your whole life and fulfilled nothing. And when I say nothing fulfilled, nothing inside of yourself. You kept everybody else full, but you emptied yourself. You dried yourself out. You fulfilled nothing in this life that your heart desired because you felt like everybody else was more important than you. And you're going to find yourself alone and disgusted with yourself. There are so many women that practice celibacy now. It's not safe giving yourself up. Plus, I'm worth more than a lay a day. Okay, Miss No More Drama. Because a lot of women are now getting to the point where they get it. Some of these men don't even know how to approach a woman anymore. Exactly. And they don't even think it's important. They don't even think that it's important to approach a woman with respect. They don't even think that it's important to actually put some thought into it before you step up to a woman. They don't care because they feel like women come a dime a dozen. See, they're starting to not prioritize us, y'all, because a lot of us, like I said, we forgive. We forgive infidelities. We forgive everything in the world. But as soon as you do it, y'all understand. Do you know when the man cheat, you forgive it, and it's just like, okay, you can still love him through it. But when you do it or you step out, it's all a big thing. You're not a virtuous woman no more. You've lost all respect for yourself. You did it. But wait a minute. When you did it, it wasn't that big of a deal, right? I was just supposed to accept it and forgive you for it. So why when I do it now, all hell done broke loose? Why when I do it now, it devalues me? But it didn't devalue you. No, it didn't devalue you. It didn't devalue you in your head because you felt like you could do it. You felt like you had more pull than me. You feel like you can have one up on me, but I just supposed to sit here and bear your doggone children, cook your food, wash your dirty behind drawers, put the doggone toilet seat down behind you, and I was supposed to do nothing. But sometimes, a lot of times when a woman step out, y'all, and this is why they say it's worse. So they say because she looking for love. No, she not sometimes. She just looking for, sometimes women can actually do stuff with no feeling at all, just like men can. I just want to do it, and that's what I'm telling you. I'm going to make sure you catch me because I want you to hurt like I hurt. Because usually when a woman loves a man, she genuinely loves him from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. She genuinely loves his dirty behind drawers when you really have a real woman that love you. But, everybody is, like I said, imperfect. We all fall short. And you ain't going to keep getting one up on me. And that, like I said, that was the younger me. But I had to go through that kind of stuff to get to the woman that I am now. That's like, okay, if you do anything now, baby, you got to go. It ain't no forgiving. I don't want to talk about it. That's co-parenting our children, but it's over with. But now it took me to build myself into a place that I love myself enough to know that I don't keep having to forgive for that. That I should have never forgave the first time. I should have never allowed his actions to dictate the type of woman I was going to be for me. But again, that came with self-love, which is something I didn't have when I was doing those things. I was just feeling like I was not being like my mama. But again, I didn't know who I was either. Because I never took the time. Like I said, I've been raising babies with a baby on my hip since I was 14 years old. When was the time to figure out? I didn't even get a childhood. I went straight from 14 to being a mama to having to take care of everything. My mom and daddy died, so I wasn't even able to have a support system. So every day I was just moving off instinct. My whole life was moving off instinct. Really not even moving off knowledge, not moving off any of that because nobody took the time to sit me down and teach me nothing. So every day was moving off instinct. Whatever will work in this moment of time or in this current situation. It was never thinking about the everlasting effect my decisions would have or what tomorrow would bring. I never lived thinking about what tomorrow was, y'all. I lived in today because my mom and daddy died when they was young. My mom was 34, my daddy was 36. So, tomorrow, I never worried about tomorrow. I worried about living into today until I understood that I was worth tomorrow. See, a lot of us, we woke up today just feeling like we worth today. That we not worth tomorrow or the day after, because we feel like we didn't accomplish nothing in the day. But do you know every day that you wake up and God blow that breath into your body, He has a purpose for you. So there's something for you to fulfill tomorrow. It ain't over until it's over. You are worthy of everything. Anything your heart desires, you are worthy of it. I don't care what your current circumstances look like, y'all. It's just your current circumstances. Stop looking through it through a blurry eye. Look at whatever you're going through today. It's just something that I got to go through to get to where I'm going. No, I don't think it's fair. No, I don't understand why God chose me to go through it. But I understand that He chose me, so that means He got His eye on me. He chose me to go through it, so that I know if He's gonna bring me to it, He's gonna bring me through it. He chose me for a reason. So I'm going to endure until I get to what He got for me. But you know, God loves me imperfect in all. He loves me regardless of what I used to do or who I used to be. I'm not that person no more. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. Every day I wake up, I'm new. I'm renewed. God has given me a new chance. Oh no, y'all fly. Y'all did Miss Holler just. Oh y'all, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. I think Miss Holler just. Hold on. What just happened? Y'all, hold on 1 second, y'all. What is going on? Y'all can. No, y'all. Y'all. Hold on, y'all. Fuck. I can't hear. Hold on, y'all. 1 second, y'all. I think it.
Whole nine bars. And love, support, the prayers, y'all made it amazing. So, y'all, I know I'm in the dark.
Y'all listen.
Driving and everything, but I just want to come on and let y'all know, just like I did over on Facebook. Okay, y'all. So just keep us in your prayers and everything. Um, as far as arrangements and stuff go, I will let everybody.
Y'all, Miss Holler, y'all. Oh no. Y'all, Miss Holler gone, y'all.
Before it actually happened and everything, so I wanted y'all to hear it straight from me.
Oh no.
Thanks a lot, you too.
Glory, y'all, Miss Holler, y'all. That was Shell. Oh, that just broke my heart, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. Did y'all hear? Oh no, y'all, Miss Holler. Oh, y'all, that just. Oh. No, y'all. Oh, Jesus. Mm. Lord, y'all, Miss Holler gone, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and. May y'all today be better than yesterday. May y'all tomorrow be better than today. Know that every day that God blows breath into your body, y'all, He got a purpose for y'all. Y'all live your life, okay? No more pain and suffering from Miss Holler, y'all. Send prayers out to Miss Holler family, to all her immediate and internet family, y'all. I know she's bringing a smile to a lot of our lives, y'all. Um, I'm gonna get off here. Uh, y'all, this hurt like this somebody that I knew personally, y'all. This, I love y'all, y'all. Live y'all life, okay? She'll change the world. Everything that y'all do in y'all life, you change somebody's life, y'all, and y'all work towards changing the world. She did. She lived a long life. And we all are happy she's no longer suffering. God stepped in and He took His angel home. But we gonna definitely miss her on this internet. We gonna miss everything that she brought to a lot of us. Um, y'all, it's crazy that you could be this emotional about somebody that you never met in person, but this is why this internet is so important, y'all, because you can still change people's lives. You can still mean a lot to people. You know, you can build genuine relationships over this internet. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. Um, sometimes a person will love you more from a distance than they will somebody that's sitting right beside you. Sometimes a stranger will love you more than people that be with you every night. But we gonna get off here for the night. We all gotta deal with this. Everybody that love Miss Drama, we all excuse me. Miss No More Drama, Miss No More Drama, thank you. Um, we love you too, Miss No More Drama. Y'all all have a good night, y'all. And let's all pray for Miss Holla and her family. And we're gonna end this for the night, okay? So all of us can. Yeah, this was not what I expected to happen when I was on live. Um, no more suffering from Miss Holla, y'all. Y'all celebrate her life. Celebrate that she's not suffering no more. That's what we gotta understand. We cry when a baby born, but we celebrate when somebody's no longer suffering. I have to go through the things of everyday life that we have to go through that constantly break us down and tear us up piece by piece every day. So we rejoice for Miss Holla that she's in no more pain. You know, no more pain for her. May God open up the gates of heaven and let her soul in. You all have a blessed, blessed, blessed night. And remember, you worthy and God loves you. And don't fumble your blessings. That's right. She's in the presence of God now, y'all. The best place she can be. She's in the best place she can be, the best hand she can be. You hear me? To God be the glory. One day when we make it through here, the place that we all want to go one day when it's our time to go. You know? But y'all have a good night. Let's all process this. Y'all be blessed. And I'll see y'all soon. I might come back on tonight. Y'all, I'm just an emotional person. Yeah, I'm very emotional. Um, so I might come back tonight. If not, then I'll definitely see y'all tomorrow. Okay. I love you all. And that's from the heart. Good night.